He was not having it. This kid has been... He was not having it. This kid has been going viral after publicly stopping his mom from embarrassing him. There is a time and a place for everything, and the fact that he had to discipline his own mother in front of others speaks volumes. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, she's an adult and she could do whatever she wants, which is true, but it's all about having respect for your own child, because I don't care what anybody says. Nobody wants to see their own mother twerking on a stranger. Now, obviously, he wasn't happy about it, but this is why it's important to have boundaries in order to avoid your child from developing trauma and resentment. But you guys, let me know what you think.
You said that brother was tapping into what? What was he tapping into?
Man, that brother was tapping into the natural fatherly instincts that God gives us growing up. And a lot of females or modern women would say, hey, well, maybe the mother shouldn't have had the kid in a grown situation. Nah, you don't even do that for your own integrity in a grown situation. Why? Why do you feel as though just because you're in privacy or away from your kids that you can do these things? And people are mad. We're doing a Kevin Samuels show, right? People are mad at Kevin Samuels for the things that he's saying to protect women, and saying that, oh, he's just on this, all that nonsense, toxic masculinity, blah, blah, blah. But you see it in this little boy, right? You see it in this little boy. So it's in us. It's in us to protect. But a lot of these females just don't like how we're protecting.
Facts, man. Y'all welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast, man. We got our boy Walt D in the house. He is fired up. He's ready to go. We just had to do some preview videos real quick, and I just had to let him speak on that, man. I'm going to play one more video, and we're going to get this show started, man. But we starting it right. Y'all tune in. Welcome again to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And we about to get this thing started. Certified in a lot of things, but that's not important, Mr. Walt D. Y'all know how it be.
The vitriol comes from women. They are the nastiest, most disgusting, vile, dirty mouth creatures when it comes to something that they don't want to hear, something that goes against their programming. And it's the thing, they don't even understand they've been programmed to believe these things. And if you come against it, they don't come back with statistics, data, proof, or something that is well thought out and using critical thinking. No, it's an emotional lashing out. How dare you go against my programming? How dare you go against what I've always believed? Because they cannot believe it's true. They cannot believe that they've ruined their own lives. There's no point in trying to change them anymore. There's no point. They have to destroy themselves. They're not going to listen to anybody. They're rebellious, godless, sex-craved, delusional creatures that don't resemble anything that a woman should be. They hate everything that a woman is except for what feminism tells them they should be. They deny their own biology. You cannot tell them not to destroy themselves. It is mass delusion. And they think if they shout you down, call you names, make fun of you, do all of these things, that somehow it's going to change their outcome. No, the only thing that's going to change and continue to change are men. And there is no use in trying to save these women. There's no use in trying to compromise. There's no use in trying to work with any woman over here, because they are gone. They are lost. We're going to have to let them run their course, and let a younger generation see the destruction when they become the old, bitter, nasty, destructive people that they are, and how they even hurt their own children with these mindsets. If they even have children, we've got to get the data and the outcome out there. And so, yes, I encourage men to go their own way. Don't approach, don't coddle, don't give princess treatment. Don't listen to nothing. They deserve nothing. The only thing that's going to work is the absolute coldness of men. Who hurt you?
Wow, that's just to say a mouthful, man. I think that's prophetic in everything she's saying right there. I think we might have to let these women run their course. But here we go, man. We about to get into it, man. This is the Kevin Samuels reaction video. Real quick, we are about to talk about it, man. Y'all remember that video, the average, what's the video? Her average is best. If the average is, she's average at best.
At best, yeah.
She is average at best. Y'all remember that video that went viral? the young black woman. We about to go over that video today, man. It's not young, older black woman who was a business owner, and she just thought she deserved a high value man because she owned her little business, her little pet and dog grooming business, and she just thought that a man's supposed to cocktail, just follow her lead. She thought she deserved a high value man. We're about to get into it, man. Brother Kevin Samuels, once again, salute to that brother, man. We're doing the Kevin Samuels reaction all month long. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. This is the Too Much Moxie podcast. We're about to get started, y'all. Here we go. All right, man, let's not waste no time. Let's just go ahead and bring up the video, man, and just jump right into it. Let's start getting our brother Kevin, the late, great Kevin Samuels, the Godfather, man. The average at best video, man. We are talking about a reality check for ambitious women. That's pretty much what this is. This is a reality check for ambitious women, okay? These women face a lot of challenges, man. I think ambitious women, you should not be more ambitious than your man. Let me say that again. You should not be more ambitious than your man. Now, I know that probably sounds bad, right? Men, you know what I'm talking about. This is a men's advocate channel. We advocate for the men here. But we know as much as we try to do things for men that women always try to invade the space. So just a little something for y'all, like just to show y'all that we're good men and we don't discriminate over here. Guess what? We're gonna help you while we helping the men too. How about that? We're gonna help you too. Ambitious women, they just gonna have a hard time. If you get a man who's a plumber and you want to try to turn that man into the boardroom, don't you think you're with the wrong man? Don't you think you should have found out that he was a plumber before you married him? Before you tried to change him into the $25 million man who can walk into boardrooms, eat at Maestro's, and just make your social status just pop. The more ambitious, the more degrees, the more money a woman makes, the more likely she's going to be single. Am I wrong for saying that?
Nope.
I mean, okay, let me give you some other scenario. If that woman has a house and you don't have a house yet, brother, y'all might be unequally yoked. Now, if that man has a house and that woman doesn't have a house, that's probably a perfect match. See, once a woman dig roots in a city before she's married, it's going to be hard for another brother to come along and unplant her. She's pretty much got her thing going on, pretty much got the weight, she's pretty got a structure, a system to how she runs things. And now she's looking for a man to kind of just plug into that system. You see how messed up that is, right? I know women are thinking, why I got to plug into the man system? But you want the same thing as that man because you want that man to plug into your system, right? So whose system do you think is probably better for you to plug into if you want that man? Probably better to plug into his system and not have him plug into yours. You probably should sell your house and get on and move into his house. You know what I'm saying? And then take that money from your house and put that into some type of investment property that's going to benefit the family. How about that? But you know what you're going to do? Or you know what usually happens? That woman ends up with a man that's coming out of prison that needs her because he needs a place to stay, roof over his head, needs a woman with a good job, right? Because he needs to buy some time while he figures out his next hustle or how he's going to start his life and get work again. See, a lot of women like to take these Build-A-Bears, they like to take these brothers, and they want to mold them and change them to their liking and their fastness. So they want to customize. These sisters want to customize dude. But here's the problem. Y'all talk about double standards. Y'all don't want a man to have a customized woman, but y'all want to have a customized dude. I'm just saying. Y'all don't want to submit to a man, but y'all want that man to submit to you. I'm just saying. Y'all don't want that man to be the head of the household. But y'all say y'all want partnership, but you really want to be head of the household. Double standards, ladies. Let's get into it, man. Let's bring up the video, man, and let's go into it, man. Our brother Kevin Samuels, the average at best video. Let's dissect it, man. Go ahead.
Why? Well, I want to point out, excuse me, my voice.
Go ahead, brother.
The key word that you said was plugging in. Because in reality, professionally, I deal with a lot of couples on a professional basis. And what it all comes down to is culture and just the modern ways, whether you're modern or you're different from that. And it's like, what am I saying? Because I know a lot of traditional women, a lot of women that's for their man that had a house before they met their man. They had this, they had that. But the difference was they moved differently. When they had the man, when they got their man, they knew how to plug in. They was like, okay, well, look, I'm not going to set in this house, even though we still have maybe about 15 years left on the mortgage. I'm not going to settle here. So like you said, either they're going to sell the house or let's build up some equity. Let's rent the house out and follow your plan. The modern woman doesn't do that. That's the issue. I know a lot of traditional women with degrees, but as soon as their season changes to where it's time to do what they need to do for family, they do what they need to do for family and put that behind. So I don't necessarily think it's about the house. It's about the degrees. It's about this or that. I think what it's about is being able to change seasons as a woman, because a woman has different seasons. A woman has more seasons than a man does, in my opinion. A man only has like about 2 seasons. You get that bag, rest a little bit, whatever. A woman, you can get educate. You have to pick this time for your education, pick this time for your investments and your equity. While whatever man that you get, you haven't met him yet. He's on the grind, right? Now that you meet that man, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a modern woman and say that he has to submit and succumb to everything that you built up? Or are you going to take everything that you built up and put it in on his plan? So it's all about culture. But if you don't have the right culture, if you don't have the right tradition, you're going off of the traditions of the world and your selfishness, you will be average at best and probably lonely. So I just wanted to say that before you ran the video.
I got to say something now, man. You sparked an idea. Let me tell you something. You know what I think, man? You just sparked an idea. You just sparked something. Let me tell you something, man. This is what women should do. Especially, this is only for American women, okay? Because you American women, you guys we are the slowest developing social relationship nation in the world, full of immature men, immature women. Let me tell you what you should do, ladies. Since you want to go out there and chase the bag and get a career, okay? If you can do this, men might consider you again. We just might consider you again, okay? But this is what you need to do. If you're going to go out there and chase the bag, right, and you're going to go out there and get a degree and buy a house and things like that, right? All that stuff, right? That's great. Great for you. But when you decide to marry that man, that's what you're bringing to the table. You're bringing an investment home, right? Rental property, since you got your house. You're bringing a degree that can bring in money to assist your man, that can help out with the stocks, bonds, mutual funds, life insurance, right? Things like that, vacations, emergency fund. That's what you're bringing to the table. And you got to keep your sexual purity. You're not allowed to ride the cock carousel while you're doing it. You got to stay focused. If you can keep a low body count, right, and bring assets to the table for that man, right? Because we don't care about your degree, because your degree doesn't benefit us, but it benefits us if your degree benefits us, right? So if you're in a degree that benefits that man based on what he's already doing, if you're bringing money, income to the table, right, that can benefit that man in what he's already doing, right? If you're bringing that man investment property to add to his portfolio, right? And I'm gonna slide in another thing. And if you're willing to sign a prenup, you're bringing assets. He already has assets. Everything goes to him when you marry him and you sign a prenup. And maybe he allows you to take that stuff back if that's what you started with, if something bad happens. Or you just say it stays with him if I decide to walk out. You know, y'all come out with some arrangement. Listen, since I decided to come into your life, waste your time, you get to keep my house, right? You get to keep whatever income I brought in, and anything with the savings and the life insurance. You know, there should be clauses. So, man, brother, Walt D, great idea, brother. Thank you for giving me that thought. Thank you for bringing that to my
No
attention.
problem, brother. And y'all heard it from the finance expert himself, man, on the equity and stuff. So
yeah, let's if we're gonna do this, make it equitable. And then if you have kids, your kids need to be well mannered, and you need to they can't stay all the time, but they need to be majority of the time with their father. If that father's if you're a widow, then I need to, you know, we need to make grounds so that I'm able to adopt those kids. But if that man's still around, even if he's in prison, right? Maybe the kids need to be the majority of the time with the mother or of the father, right? The child's father's parents or something. Whatever that man decides, it has to be beneficial to that man, is what I'm saying. If you're a woman and you're a modern woman and you're an Americanized woman, you know, and you desire to get married and you decide to focus on your career first, make sure that your career and your lifestyle and your money and everything with it, you bring that to the table, and that benefits that man. And only then, low body count. We still can't have you out here, you know, riding the cock carousel, low body count. Then we'll make an exception. We'll call you an exceptional woman, and we'll make an exception, and we'll wife you up. You know, maybe you'll be our first wife. Maybe you'll be the second or the third. I don't know. Whatever that man decides, right? Because you're not bringing him virgin privileges, right? You're not bringing him traditional values. You're coming in with the more modern value, you know. Yeah. You still got to submit. You still got to be feminine. We can't never take those away. But if you're going to have those things, it might as well benefit us, the man. And then that'll take a lot of the risk of us being with you off of us, right? And it'll make it more like a win-win situation. You're bringing something to the table. I'm taking away your shame and giving you dignity and giving you princess and queen treatment. It's a win-win. That's how I see it. So let's jump into the video, man. Let's get into the video. Yeah, we just had to take care of that real quick. Let's get into the video, man, in this video, we're going to see a 35-year-old woman who owns a successful pet grooming business. She expresses her struggles with dating men who either want to join her business or aren't on her level financially. That's what they say. She seeks advice on when to reveal her business owner status to potential partners. Let's start the video. Our brother, Kevin Samuels. Let's go.
So what's your disagreement?
Honestly, I don't have a disagreement. I just came here because I honestly want some advice from you.
It says disagreement day.
Oh, I know, but this is my first time catching you on live. Normally I'm asleep.
Now, that's an issue. That's an issue already. This is disagreement day, and she's coming in making it question day. This is disagreement day, and she's coming in making it all about her. You already know Kevin Samuels don't play that. So now, if he has to stop his disagreement day and deal with you, you about to get it. Let's just keep it a buck. You about to get that word. You about to get that word.
Hey, but isn't that how the relationship, being in a relationship with a modern woman is? Like, you're like, okay, we're gonna be on this today, and then she's like, oh no, we need. Man, that's what's so hilarious to me.
Listen, on the OD and AK podcast, right? We're talking about one topic. How many times do women come up there and change it and make it about them and their life?
Bruh.
Let's, brother, give it to her. Give it to her.
And
You have a job?
I do. I own a business.
Okay, so I do too.
And I do have a question.
But I have a business. And if you wanted my advice, you could always book a session if you can't catch us at the show live.
I was trying to go online earlier.
But all you have to do, man, but see, what kind of business do you own?
I own a pet grooming, doggy daycare, and indoor dog
so what you're basically trying to do is, I have a disagreement day, and you basically came in and said, damn your topic, I want to ask you what I want to ask you. And but you are more than welcome to go on my website and purchase your time to talk with me one-on-one. Because what you're trying to do is rather rude, but I will go ahead and do it because I'm going to use this as a teaching lesson. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old.
Teacher, my brother.
35 years old, and you're a business owner. And what's your question?
My issue is, I want to know at what point when I'm just meeting a guy, do I tell him that I'm a business owner? Because my problem is that when I try to date down and the conversation comes up to where I own a business, the guy's either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business? Or can I put some money and be a business partner? And I'm not looking for that. And I honestly...
Hold on.
We're going to stop it right there because I know you about to check her real quick, man. Whoa, D. She comes stumbling into your office. Right? You're not even technically open yet, but she comes stumbling in, and she needs help right now. And this is her story. What advice are you giving this woman here? What advice are you giving this 35-year-old woman who sounds like everything's about her, my business? What does she ask? I just want to know, when do I tell people about my business? Because my problem is that they either want to join my business or they want to put some money on my business, but I'm not necessarily looking for all that.
Well, I think the problem, and that's the problem with the modern woman, she took the wrong approach. She could have kept her business off of the internet Didn't have to go viral with Kevin Samuels. Like you said, she could have paid her money and just booked the session. But now, instead of things being peaceful in a session, now he's going to use it as a learning tool. And if she was smart, and that's the problem, so many people are focused on them, me, I. If that was me, I would have said, okay, wait a minute. All right, let's stop this now. I'll book a session and then we'll talk later. Because I don't want to be an example. But no, she had to force it in. And when you try to force it in and make things your way, things go wrong. And that's what I try to tell a lot of the couples that I talk to professionally, especially when it comes to the women. They're like, oh, well, my husband isn't doing this, my husband isn't doing that. I need him to do this, do that. And I'm like, wait a minute, it might not be in the timing that you want. And then maybe he is wrong and needs to do things, a couple things of what she wants. But it might not be the right platform to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, that's not the right platform for her to receive properly. She should have just booked a session. But to answer your question, the advice that I would have gave her, I would have said, okay, I could tell you some quick things now, and you might be mad at me. But if you book a session with me, we can go into it deeper, and then you can get a better understanding. Now it's up to you if you want one or both, because both are equally as good. You can learn from both. But if I give you the lashing right now, and you just take that away, you're going to be like, dang, Walt D's an a-hole, right? But if you sit down with me and get that understanding, your life will be enriched. So that's what I would present her with before I would even go into any advice. But I'll get into the advice I'll give her later as we go into the video, because I know what's about to happen in the video.
Oh yeah, she's about to get served, man. I mean, she came in all kind of red flags, man. That's just, I mean, first, I think that the question that she's asking was stupid. When should I tell the man that I got a business? And most of the men, they either want to join my business or they, girl, you're not. Oh my God, these women. Your job is to amplify that man. So the question is, if you want a man, how can that business amplify that man? How can your business be beneficial to that man? Instead of
so I
having
need to ask you a question on that, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
What do they mean? Because I'm noticing when I talk to singles and I talk to couples, everybody has a different definition of date down. Some people see it as all financial. Men, mostly the females see it as mostly financial. Men see it more of as a bigger picture. So I'm trying to figure out, what do people mean by when they say date down? Because she might be making more money than a brother, right? But he might have more family principle. So she might be trying to date guys in a certain tax bracket when and might not ever get that man that's a nice father figure, because she's passing over all of the father figures that's in the tax bracket just under her, right? So what do people mean by date down?
You know, it's going to change for the individual. Mostly with women, it's money, obviously. But I think most men will agree that if they're dating her, especially if they're higher in the looks category that man is, they're dating down, dealing with her. She's not that much of a catch. Look at she's an older woman. She's 35. Okay. She got on a lot of makeup, so that means that that's not what she really looks like without the makeup. That's not her real hair. You see what I'm saying? That man is dating down, dealing with her. I don't care if she has a degree or she has a business. I'm dating down. I'm dating down, dealing with you, and you make 6 figures, and I make 85. I'm dating down. We're not even. So if she thinks that she's dating down because she's dealing with men that don't have a business, well, that's only because she can't get a man that already has a business. Because they look at her like, you're beneath me. You're beneath the man. She's always going to be beneath the man she wants, no matter what it is. And Kevin, our brother Kevin Samuels, KS, is going to let her know. He's about to let her know right now. Let's jump into that video. He's about to let her know.
Hold on. I need to be clear on this subject. Where are you at?
North Carolina.
And you're saying when to tell somebody you own a business?
Because I find when I date down, guys see an interest and want to be like a business partner. And I'm learning that maybe I need a high value man because that's what.
Well, first off, ma'am, I really don't understand. What kind of man are you talking about? Because owning a business is no different than having a job, in my opinion. And so I'm not getting what you're saying. When should you? I'm not understanding why this is an issue. If you're, what kind of men are you? What type?
And she got big teeth. You see how big her teeth is? It's like she can't keep her mouth closed. Her mouth has to stay open because her teeth are so big. Did you notice that? Did you see that?
Yeah, she's kind of forcing her mouth closed just to cover it.
Just to cover her teeth, girl. A man dealing with you is dating down. He's dating down. I don't know if she gets that yet. Let's finish.
What men are you dating?
Yeah, exactly.
I try to give guys that not a chance.
You try to do what?
I try to give guys that's not on my level a chance.
Why? What do you mean on your level? What does that mean?
That's making 6 figures or more.
But I don't okay. You try to give guys who are not on your level a chance. Why?
And because I honestly want a 6-figure guy. Is what I'm realizing.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and net it out for you. You ready? The guys you want aren't asking you out.
Well, I haven't been putting myself out there, honestly.
But you put yourself out there enough for the guys you don't want or beneath you to ask you out.
Those are like guys I met online.
Right. So again, the men you want are not asking you out. See, you ladies do this. You go and deal with men who you feel are beneath you, and then you ask how to fix them. I'm not beneath you. I don't know how to fix a guy that's down there. That's not my concern. The better question is, why can't you get a guy on your level?
That's a very good question. Why can't you get a guy on your level? Well, D, why can't she get a guy on her level? Why can't she just get a guy on her level?
Well, I think she doesn't even know how to identify a level. She doesn't know what she wants. That's my issue. And there's a lot of things, but being a person that coaches and singles and couples, I'm seeing a lot of things that's not being said. What she's trying to do is it's common. She's doing what a lot of females do. Guys do this too, but we're not talking about guys right now. She's doing what a lot of women do. She goes out there and she's on the carnal thing. I need a man that looks a certain way. She could be, let's say she was a 6. She's already eyeing guys that's 8, 9, and 10, right? If there's a guy that's a 6 or a 7, but he's making 6 figures, but she doesn't know the intricacies of what he's doing, she's from the surface level, she's not going to be with the 5, 6, or 7 guy as far as like carnality goes, even though he's making 6 figures. She's going to look, oh, he's cute. He's cute. He's cute. Let me see who these cute guys are, right? But most likely the cute guys she's running into are the guys who she carnally is into is not making 6 figures. And they're like, hey, let me be a part of your business. I have goals and aspirations and whatnot. And she's like, no, I'm above you. And certain things that's the cycle. And it's an irritating cycle because even if it's a man that's making less than her, he could, like I said before, he could be richer than her in time. He could be richer than her as far as like knowing how to cultivate a family. Why does she want a 6-figure? Like, let's say she wanted a 6-figure man, but this 6-figure man was just all about getting the bag. He didn't know anything about cultivating a family. He didn't know anything about balancing his time. You're a finance person. There's a big difference between rich and wealthy people.
Facts.
There's certain people that millions of dollars come through their hand, but they're always broke. But then there's certain people that they can get a couple $1 million and it just builds. So I think she doesn't know how to identify that. She doesn't know how to identify what she wants. She doesn't know how to identify a man that's actually on her level. Because let's say she's making $120,000. If she meets a man making 85, 90,000, a little bit under 6 figures, and he knows how to cultivate a family, he is on her level. He's actually above her level. So she doesn't know what she wants. She needs to be, she's educated by the world, she's educated by the entities, and she's educated by TV. And that's the problem with the modern women. When you're educated by the world, when you're educated by entities, when you're educated by TV, then you're going to be a reflection of what your education is. You know how they say the school system fails us? When you're educated by all these outside sources outside of school, that fails you too. And then you get disqualified and then you become average at best.
Right. And, he's just really trying to tell her, listen, it's not about what you want. It's what does that man that you want? So her perspective is relatable to many ambitious women because she wants a partner who matches her drive and success. However, KS points out that a business is similar to having a job and that a high value man having options and preferences that she may not be considering. Right? He points that out. He said, hey man, these are, we're not dealing with the low caliber brothers, but we're talking about the men that you want to be making 6 figures. There's a reason why they're not talking to you. Her question is why she struggles to attract that man she desires, and suggests that the issue lies in her expectations and understanding of what these men want. This brings us to a crucial point, right? Understanding the preferences of the men you're interested in. Understanding what these men want. Look at you. If I'm making 6 figures, right? If I'm making 6 figures, why am I choosing a woman that looks like you? I'm not trying to just go strictly off of looks here, but I just want to bring it to kind of reality. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I think what she's saying is I'm less attractive to men who make $100K, and I'm really more attractive to men who make less than $100,000. Is that kind of what she's saying, Walt D? That's pretty much what it sounds like saying. That's
basically what she's saying. Because you said she might want a man with the same drive and success. I know plenty of men that's making 80 to 90,000 with more drive and more success, but women don't want them because they're making under 100K, or their looks are probably about a 6 or 7.
Right. And at the end of the day, why can't that man just combine your income with his income, and now you're making 185, 190K?
Bruh, that's logic. They don't use that logic. Bruh, preach.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that simple. But the average at best woman, that's what it is. She's seeking after a high value man. She's trying to turn a lesser value man into a high value man, but yet she's saying things like, when do I tell them I have a business so they know how to treat? It sounds like she wants men to know how to treat her, because she think when she says I run a business, I'm sick in 6 figures, that men are going to treat her differently. No, we're actually going to treat you like the McDonald's chick or the Foot Locker chick, right? You're no different to us. Your degree, your money, we're not impressed. But we do like if you look good. We do like if you smell good. We do like if you're feminine, right? We do like if you're agreeable, right? So if you're heavy in the agreeable and you're heavier in the attractiveness level, you got a chance with a man. But if you're already disagreeable, if you already coming in, acting like you got some things and you're not trying to share or bring those things to the table, man, I don't care about your business. I don't want to invest in your business. I don't want to join your business. I don't want nothing to do with you or your business if you can't benefit me.
Exactly. Go back to what you said earlier, when you said my man doesn't even care about the degrees and the business and stuff. If she gets, let's say she does get a man that's making more than her, right? What if that man, let's say she got with you, and you're making like 300K, 400K a year, and she's like, oh, I got a business, and you're like, well, hey, look, check it out. I make 300, 400K. I want you to quit your business, hire a person to do what you're doing, and come vibe with me. I bet you she wouldn't. And that's the problem.
That is the biggest problem.
We don't even care about all that.
That's the biggest problem, man. It's not even that. I'm like, you know what? Throw your business in the trash. Hire somebody to run your business. I need you to watch this house and run these kids for me. Why? Because I gotta fly across country and make some deals and with the Prince of Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna promise me a percentage of that oil. So I need you to make sure this is tight. And better yet, I'm gonna be flying in, coming home late, like around 2, 3 in the morning. When I come in, I'm probably going. I don't like eating on the plane, so can you make me a sandwich? Can you have me some food ready when I get back from the trip? You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I probably gonna want to celebrate because I just closed the bagged a whale. As we call it, I just bagged a whale, the Prince of Saudi. So after I do that, we might as well go on vacation. So we ain't got time to be worried about no dog grooming business. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we got to celebrate our wins and then move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? We got a short time to celebrate this win. Let's fly to Hawaii real quick and go down to the Cayman Islands for a couple days and then get right back, into work mode. You understand what I'm saying? But chances are, girl, I mean, the forehead, the Muppet eyelashes, the amount of foundation that you put on your forehead and your face, you got oily skin because your forehead is shining. And the divestment wig, I can tell you don't, I could tell that you're not really rocking with brothers. You like the YT, if I can say it that way. You know what I'm saying? They might be more suitable for you, but the brothers, we just looking at you like you smell like a Muppet baby. You smell. Anyway, we're looking at it like that.
There you have it. You heard from the finance expert himself, the high value man, because this brother right here is a high value man. He just gave you an insight on what a high value man would say that's making six figures, because my brother makes six figures, of what would be going through his head if she wanted to be with him.
I'm just
So
saying, man.
people take notes. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Well said, brother.
Thank you, brother. We just look at things differently. You know what I'm saying? It's not what she think it is. She doesn't have to understand it. She overestimates herself. She's too ambitious and probably not ambitious enough for me. How about that? She's too ambitious and not ambitious enough at the same time. But let's break it down, man. Our brother Kevin Sam is about to, launch into it. So let him dip in. Let's see where she goes from here.
That's the real question. Well, the first thing, well, first of all, I would tell you what I said in here automatically is a problem. Why you would come onto a show that you know is the disagreement day? It's selfish. It's like, yes, ma'am. It's like, I want what I want. I don't say things for no reason. That's why I asked you questions. You're 35 years old, a business owner. That means you understand what business is, and you know this is a business. And I have a show title. And you said, "Damn your show title, I want to talk to you." But you could have went to my business and booked time to talk to me, but you wanted what you wanted, how you want it.
I'm sorry.
No, and I'm using this as a lesson. That's the problem with too many of you black women. You don't do shit the right way with black men. That was improper. And when I told you the right way, you still were like, well, whatever. So I'm gonna use this. When was the last time you had a relationship?
Like the end of last year, around December.
How long did it last?
A year.
A year? And was that man, did you go to college?
Did I go to college?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, and how long have you owned your own business?
9 years.
And how long have you been making six figures or more?
The last 3.
Okay, why do you need a man making six figures?
Because I'm finding out that the guys that I date, it's not working out.
What does that have to do with money?
Because I feel like I need a guy that I can respect and admire, and I'm ambition, and I want a guy that has that drive too. And when he doesn't, I find myself, encourage him like, "Hey, babe, you can do this and you can do that." And then,
all right. So in North Carolina, what percentage of the population, what percentage of men in this country make six figures or more?
I think it's like 5%. I'm not
closer to 10. So, okay. 10%. All right. So the question is, what do those men who make that kind of money, who all women tend to want, what do they want?
I feel like they want arm candy, somebody who can have more to bring to the table than just looks, but also bring balance to their life. I feel like I can help them out on
okay, slow down. I'm not understanding. You said they want arm candy, then you contradicted yourself. They want somebody to more than just looks.
Yeah, arm candy, but something behind, bring with it, and more in depth.
Do you know any men who make six figures or more?
My dad and my uncle.
Do you know any men that you are related to that make six figures or more?
Unrelated to? Yeah,
men that you are not related to.
Not on a personal level.
So you don't know them. You don't know what they want, but you want him. Man, I'm going to suggest that you really don't know what you want.
All right, yeah. I think he's about to. Yeah, I think we can dissect this a little bit, man. high value men are often sought after by successful women, right? Typically, they look for partners who are physically attractive, cooperative, and have good attitude. Kevin Samuel stresses the physical fitness and the positive demeanor are significant factors, right? He also points out that many women think that they are exceptions to the rule. She's contradicting herself, man. She's saying they want arm candy, but yet they want this superwoman that she obviously thinks that they want her. Am I right? Am I safe to say that? This woman
Yeah,
thinks
yeah,
that
yeah.
high value men want her. And she's trying to strengthen that point by saying, yes, they want arm candy, but they also want this too. And then Kevin Samuels is pointing out the very fact that she doesn't know too many high value men. She doesn't know too many men making the amount of money that she wants. And he also points out the fact that, man, you've only been making six figures for three years. And he's also set that out. Hey, you've only been making, you really don't know anybody technically, personally. You're really not, and I mean, he's already sized her up. You're really not. He's like, I'm a high value man, and I don't want you. That's pretty much what he's saying. I'm not attracted. You're not what I want. She needs to be with a plumber, an electrician, a welder. What other jobs can I give her? Garbage man, post office, gas company meter reader. And those men who do jobs like welding or construction, right? They're not trying to own a business. Just regular 9-to-5 dude, blue collar. They're just regular tradesmen. Now they can make six figures. They may not start out making. They may make that later on eventually, but they're making it in the realm of what they're already doing. They're not trying to do anything outside of that. And your dog grooming business, let's just be real. Unless he's a dog loving man, he's not interested in that. She's bringing nothing to the table. Well, I don't think she's bringing anything to the table for that man.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is that she's bringing poor mentality to the table. This boils down to the classic. This is just so classic. Remember how we say that a man will marry, or well, I don't even want to say date anymore. Court. A man will court a woman who's working at McDonald's, but a woman won't court a man who's working at McDonald's. I think this is just another level of that, because I agree with you. There's some men that's working the post office, electrician, carpenter, truck driver, so on and so forth. Some of them, yeah, that they don't want to own a business, but about half of them I know do want to own a business. And when they get with a woman, they'll say, hey, whatever woman I get with, whatever business, I'll help her open a business because I want her to make a side business to where she can still take care of home. I want her to be a real estate agent. I want her to run a salon or a nail shop and hire an employee. I want her to own a restaurant, whatever it is, that they'll help her to own a business. She's not trying to help a man open a business. And I believe that's the problem. And I have to use a little bit of an anecdotal, because over in Nigeria, my wife knows somebody that it was a lady. She was a rich lady over in Nigeria, and when she found the man, when she found her husband wasn't even making a third of what she was making. right? But her husband had all these great qualities. You know what she said? She didn't say that she was dating down. She was like, oh, I got me a great husband. She said, let me open you a business. And I think she opened him a carpentry because she said, I know I'm making a lot of money right now, but I don't want to be working as hard as I'm working all my life. She said, let me open you a carpentry business because you know they don't pay a lot in certain areas where they should pay out there. You know, the brother was good, and she invested in him, got him a shop to where he can get his proper tools, and now he makes more than her. And she put enough money in the bank, and she said, "Okay, I'm done with what I'm doing. You make more than me now. I'm about to turn the business where I'm hustling now. I'm about to turn that into a side business and just deal with family, deal with the kids." But they're not doing that over here. And I think that's the thing. If she were to get a, a a man that was making less than her and say, "Hey, I see you working hard. I see you're a truck driver. Hey, I'm making six figures. What would happen if we get you a truck of your own? Or I see you're an electrician. What would happen if we get you an electrician shop of your own? I have a dog shop. Let's get you an electrician shop. Electricians make way more than dog groomers when they have their own shop, when they have their own business, right?" But she's not trying to do that. Classic example of a man will court a woman who's working at McDonald's, but she don't even want to court a man that's making 80K. But a man will court her at 80K.
Sure will.
Just saying.
Will. Yeah, that's facts, man. And I just think there's a lot of things going on with this woman, right? So let me ask you this, Walt D. We're gonna go back into the video a little bit, but let me ask this. So how can a successful woman improve their dating prospects? Like, what does she need to do to improve her dating prospects, right? Probably she might want to be first like self-aware and realistic about the expectations, right? It's important for her to understand what these men want and represent, right? Attractively without compromising one's values and achievements. I mean, she got to understand that, if we're looking at her, she's not the look that a man making six figures would or more, the man that she wants. She's probably not. It's not about what he looks like. It's more about is she attractive enough for that man, right? That's number one. And then also, it's not even just about the attractive level. That's just going to get her in the door with that type of man. I think she's more suited for an average man. Like, I don't think she needs a high value man at all. I think she needs the man that you're talking about. She just needs to go out there and find her a man who's working hard already and ambitious, and he's on the same attractiveness level as she is. Not above, not below, but on the same attractiveness level. But he just happens to be hardworking, like an electrician or a truck driver. And then she can pour into him, and they both get to either the same level, and maybe he goes a little higher because he's the man, right? And he should have that, right? And then maybe now she can find some type of retirement later on down the line, and she doesn't have to run that dog business forever. So I think you're absolutely right in what you're saying, man. Personal growth and maintaining physical fitness. She needs to, cultivating a positive attitude. All these things can make a significant difference for her. It's also about being open to learning and adapting rather than expecting others to change for you. And I think that's big, right? Heavy on the others changing for you. She needs to focus on how can I change for that man. But she has to She has to know what that man wants in order to do that. She can't be guessing like she's doing right now. Am I right or in the ballpark, Walt?
Nah, yeah, you're spot on. And I'm not sure if you want me to answer your question on what she needs to change. I don't
No,
want to get the show in
no,
trouble,
no.
but
I definitely, man. Come on, man. Get the show in trouble, man. Get us in
oh,
trouble. Tell us what needs to be
but
done.
real quick, you have a couple comments. Let's shout out to our viewers.
Yeah, shout out to the viewers. Let me see. Let me look at the comments real quick. She could present her target that she likes men with ambitious and maybe even pursue dreams, but the words presented it as she looking for material. And thank you for the stream, man. Thank you for joining the stream. We appreciate you. I'm even put your question up here. She could present her target like she's like that she likes men with ambitious and maybe even pursue dreams, but the words presented it as she is looking for material. I think I know what the brother's saying. She's focused too much on the material, and what she needs to do is state her intention that she's looking for an ambitious man with a dream, with a goal, who wants to go somewhere, and she can match with that. She has her business. She's making six figure. Now she needs to find her an ambitious brother and level him up so he can get to her level, and that could be. Exactly. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I agree. He says exactly, and thank you. And yeah, I think that's exactly what's needed, right there, my brother. But Walt, to answer that question, man, what would you advise that this young lady would do? I mean, I think that's great. What the guy said right there. She needs to focus on somebody who's ambitious and has dreams. Yeah, I like that. That's actually very good.
Go ahead, thank you for viewing. Thank you for commenting. And this would be my answer to her and a lot of the other modern women that are not up your IQ. Don't just up your institutionalized IQ of book studies, but actually up your IQ of life. I say treat your relationship health like you treat your physical health. The problem that we're having right now is that there's too many people that's indoctrinated and doesn't know how to use their brain. What do I mean? There's a lot of people that's for their physical health, they're still eating fast food. They still have an appetite for fast food because they're not smart enough to realize that the commercials that they see on TV, the chemicals that are in the food, and so on and so forth, are causing their attraction of fast food to be at a high. Same thing goes with relationships. They have a fast food appetite and a fast food mentality for the wrong men because of what they're learning off of TV and with these entities and so on and so forth. And remember when we was kids and some other kid would say, "Hey, I got McDonald's." Cool, and we was mad because we had this home cooked meal at home, and we was embarrassed because we had this home cooked meal for our lunch, but we was embarrassed because the other kid was bragging about how they had McDonald's. That's what's going on right now in relationships. Actually, the home cooked meal is better than the McDonald's. But the reason why they're putting on these fake eyelashes, no solid man, no solid brother has said, "I like fake eyelashes." No solid brother has said, "I like all your fake hair." That they might say, "Hey, it's cool if you change your hairstyle up. I don't mind that." But no solid brother, even you're a high value man. You said, "Wow, she has too much foundation on. It's looking cakey. Look, she's even looking pasty in the video. We would have rather just wipe that off and put on some lip gloss." But your mentality, a lot of the mentality of the modern woman is a fast food mentality. You're like, I need that McDonald's on my head. I need that I need that fast food and McDonald's on my eyelashes. I need that fast food and McDonald's on my face. I need to appeal to the world. And then you look like that kid that was when we was younger. Hey, I got McDonald's, but hey, now that we know that McDonald's that you was bragging about, it gave you cancer.
Mm.
It made you look old.
Yeah.
It made you drop your value. So my advice to her is to see the true value in that home cooked meal instead of trying to see that true value in fast food. Treat your relationship health like you would treat your physical health or vice versa. And then you'll start knowing what to value. You'll start seeing what's valuable. Instead of buying those fries, you'll buy a cup of fruit. And that cup of fruit will be tasty. But it's hard because now you got all these chemicals in your body from eating all that stuff over so much time, and you need to detox from that. So that when you consume the real thing, when you consume the right thing, when you consume that real food, when you consume that real man, you'll start having a taste for the real man. Right now, she doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't have a taste for that real brother. She'll go get an artificial brother making 6 figures, and he might be cancerous for her. But she's fine with him being cancerous because he looks a certain way. He looks like the commercials. He looks like what the movies say. He looks like what the entities say. So I know we're short on time, but I'll cut it short by saying that's what she needs to do.
Yeah. Or she might even be even more toxic and go get her brother out of prison. Right? That she got to take care of and baby. And that's even more cancerous than the artificial 6-figure guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like you don't go shoot yourself in the foot and then try to run a marathon. You know, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. So yeah, man, I think this lady, I think you gave her sound advice. I like the advice from the comments, the Aka Baby 22. I like it. I like his advice as well. I think we're right on point. I think we're right on point. I think this woman needs to work on herself, and rather than her trying to change it, man, I think she needs to try to change herself, right? Because she needs to desire the real man and not the artificial man or the fast food man, right? So she doesn't have the right taste in her mouth, right? She doesn't have the right. Her reticular activator is off. You know, she's not able to focus on the things that are good for her. She's focusing on the things that are bad for her. Actually, so I think she just needs to. I hope she booked it. I hope, because this is an old video. I hope she booked a session with KS. Man. That's what I can hope. But I don't think she did. I think we saw her on another dating. I think she was spotted on a dating show. I think she was spotted on a dating show, and I wouldn't doubt if even to this day she still hasn't landed a relationship or landed a marriage or any man vetting her, because not only is her looks poor. I mean, she could definitely improve that, but there's only so much she can improve in her looks. It's just that the man that she desires is not real. The man that she's desiring is really not good for her. So she needs to desire the right man. She needs to find that man, and then she needs to cater to and amplify that man. Like I don't know if she has kids. I don't know if she's a single mother or not, but these are all things that men are going to want to know and investigate. And any thorough brother out there is going to do his due diligence. And he might just realize, hey, you need a little bit more therapy before I mess with you. Your taste buds, you like too much sugar. and you might need more. You might need more salt instead of sugar, or you might need more salt instead of more sugar instead of salt, vice versa. Uh, Everything's off, man. Just like you would go to the doctor, right, to get your checkup or to get your vitals and your blood work, and you want to know everything that's wrong with you. That's probably what she needs to start with, man. She needs to figure out. She needs to book a session. And shout out to you, the average at best woman. We got a brother named Walt D down here. Pretty soon we're gonna have a button where you can book a session. But anytime you want to book a one-on-one session with our brother Walt D, all you got to do is hit him up on his email. All you got to do is hit him up on this show and put it in the comments. Hit him up on TikTok under Cali Negro 5. And man, he can give you that one-on-one. He's gonna charge you, because you don't want to waste that man's time. He's not doing things pro bono out here. But you're gonna get what you need. And I think Walter, it's almost time that we start doing that, brother. I think it's almost time that we start doing sessions, man. I know you're doing sessions already, but I think it's time that we start booking these sessions and getting that up on the, making that something that people can do, access, and make you more accessible to the audience. So, if you guys have any questions, man, for Walt D, ask this brother, man. Ask this brother while we're live on the show. Ask this brother in his DMs. This brother got a lot of game for you. And then don't be afraid to book a session. Sometimes, right now, what we can only do is give you surface level stuff. We can only give you stuff that, general, right? But if you want more detail oriented, more, more aligned to your situation, book a one-on-one session, pay us for our time, and we'll give you the game. And then I always want to tell you, you can always go check out the OD and AK podcast. He's on TikTok. He's also on YouTube, man. Check out that brother's page too. This is the African brother from Nigeria. Brother got a lot of game for you too, man. He also has a show. If you're single, men, if you're men out there and you're single and you're looking for a traditional woman, I want to send you over to my boy OD and AK. I want y'all to know he told me personally, right? He's told me personally that he got big booty African women, traditional women, already vetted, waiting on you. So, Passport Bros, we up, man. We need to be traveling. We need to be traveling all over the world looking for traditional women. We shouldn't just be stuck here in America dealing with American women, because you see what we're dealing with. Look at this woman right here. Poor thing. You almost want to feel sorry for her. You almost want to feel, but you can't. You can't. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And y'all go check out the video. A lot of y'all seen the video. We're not gonna go through the whole video. We're gonna stop it right here because we already at the hour mark, right? We already at the hour mark. Our brother Cali Negro, Walt D has some things to do. I got some things to do. I could probably gonna hop on another podcast after this one, man, and give y'all the game, man. Because matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend y'all an invitation today. Y'all go on TikTok. Y'all check me out on the OD and AK podcast on TikTok. I'll be up there, and especially if you guys want that real talk and get them answers to your questions and everything like that you need, man. Come up there, man, and ask. We got brothers, men, and women on that panel that can give you the game. Pretty soon we're gonna get Cali Negro 5 up there. We just got to get him. He's got to get his subscribers on TikTok up. He needs. So if y'all want to hear more from Cali Negro, especially in a podcast setting on TikTok, y'all need to join. Y'all need to subscribe to his channel, Cali Negro 5. I need everybody to go over there and join that brother's TikTok.
And speaking of that, I need to answer the question in the comments. Yeah, I don't have a Twitch. I use the Too Much Moxie podcast as my outlet, but I might get my own soon because I'm. If you go to my TikTok, Cali Negro 5, CALINEGRO, and the number 5 on TikTok, you'll notice that I'm everywhere. I fly out the country. I work in different states, and so sometimes I don't have time to do all of the social media outlets. But when people book sessions with me, you can email me at fusionthriller@gmail.com. That's FUSIONTHRILLA@gmail.com. And I'll get back to you on the email. Or you can hit me up on TikTok. I'll get back to you on TikTok.
It's Fusion Thriller, Fusion THRILLA@gmail.com. Fusion Thriller.
Yeah.
All right, I just put that in the chat right there. Okay, so I just put it in the chat for you guys. Y'all hit up. Walt D is our very own licensed professional, man. This brother is licensed in marriage counseling, relationship counseling. He also a pastor at a church. He's an assistant pastor. He works with men's and the relationships ministry there at his church, and at not just his church but other churches also. So you want to hit this guy up, man. Okay, this brother he's going to give you the better game than even me, right? Because I'm going to tell you what works for me, but he's going to have a more systematic approach in dealing with what needs to be dealt with you on a one-on-one basis. A lot of times people tell me all the time, I come off a little harsh. It is what it is. I'm not trying to change it. I'm not, don't tone police me. I'm not trying to change it. I'm not trying to change it. I am who I am. But I will say this, Walter, he can be a little bit more gentler. Not that he can be savage, but he can give you that information a little bit more articulated than I can. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing some one-on-ones as well, but also I'm never gonna be shy away to say, hey man, I need you to holler at my boy Walt because he got more game than me. So just let that be known as well. So y'all go check my brother out. Y'all send him a message and tip him, man. Give him something. Let him know that his information that you gave him is appreciative. And you want the best out of people. Pay them for their time. Pay them for their time. It's not all about getting everything for free. Some things you just got to pay for. Some things are caught, not taught. Some things you got to pay to get. Stop trying to always get the hookup or get things for free. I'm tired of folks like that, man. Pay the man what he's worth. Book a session with his brother, and he'll get you right. He'll get you right. And even myself, you want to book a session with me? Fine, I'll talk to you. But pay me for my time because I'm busy. I got things to do. I got wife, I got kids, all that stuff. Cali Negro 5. That's right. Cali Negro 5. So y'all make sure y'all hit my brother up, man. Hit my brother up on TikTok. And we'll be there for you guys. So you'll see us today. Matter of fact, if you guys want to tune in to TikTok right after this podcast, give me like an hour or something like that, 30 minutes. I'll be on the OD and AK podcast. I don't know if
he's on right now.
Oh, he's on right now. Okay, is it his main account or is it the number 2?
It is.
Let me put this.
It's the number 2.
Okay, so he has a main account, and we get banned a lot on TikTok, y'all, because we spit that real. So OD, and so he has 2 accounts, and AK podcast.
It sucks because we say the same things that Kevin Samuel says, but actually OD and all of us, we say it. We actually bring married people up and to disprove what all these people are saying. And even when we bring the married people up, there's people that still don't like it and they still report. And I'm like, we're giving you proof. We're showing you people that's married. They're speaking. And then you're a single person that's never been married, that's trying to tell 3 married people or 4 or however many, because there's a lot of them that come on the OD show that they're not doing it right. That's insane.
Right.
Insane.
And I'll say this, no slight at our brother Kevin Samuel. Love that brother, respect that brother, a pioneer, a game changer, all the above he is. But I'll be honest with you, man. Our game, we say similar things to Kevin Samuel, but I believe we got better game than Kevin Samuels. And I believe the OD and AK podcast brings better game, higher level game than that of Kevin Samuels. And I'll say this, I believe if Kevin Samuels was still out today, he'd be in alignment 100% with what we're talking about. 100. I think Kevin Samuels would definitely be a passport bro. That's what I think. That's what I believe. I believe that Kevin Samuels was trying to keep men here in America, but I also believe he was going to be like, you know what? Just like the men are, he would understand the pace of the culture and be like, hey, man, get the hell up out of here and get you a traditional woman because these women over here ain't shit. And that's just what it is. That's what it is. So yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up, I guess, right here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on another podcast in a minute, man. The ODAK podcast. Give me some time, and I'll be on there. But any final words you want to say, real quick, Walt D, before we get up out of here, brother?
Well, I already said it. Just use your wisdom. Update your mentality, appetite. Whether you're a male or a female, because there's a lot of feminine men out there. And there's a lot of women out there making the bad decisions. If you have a fast food appetite, update your appetite to something more organic and more healthy for you. And y'all pray for me. I'm about to drive out of here to my 5 o'clock appointment. And yeah, y'all be safe, because your physical body, your mental body is just as important as your physical body.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all know how it is, man. This has been another episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast. I don't really got much to say. Brother just wrapped it up right there. Appreciate everybody that came out, joined the show, and the comments. Much love, man. Y'all hit that notification bell. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, it's been another episode of Too Much Moxie podcast, and we are out. Peace.
Yeah, I feel like I joined